Do you want to be rich or do you want to be wealthy? Most people answer that question as if those words mean exactly the same thing. And to be fair, even dictionary definitions put them extremely close together. But in real life, we've given those words very different meanings. Rich is often what people see. Wealth is what keeps working when nobody is looking. And that distinction matters because a lot of people are chasing the appearance of financial success without ever stopping to ask what they actually want their money to do for their life. Some people have also been taught that wanting money in any form is selfish, greedy, shallow, or somehow morally suspicious. So I want to separate a few things in this conversation today. Because income is not wealth. Looking expensive is not wealth. And wanting financial security does not automatically make you a bad person. When we talk about being rich, we often picture the visible consumption side. A large house, a luxury car, designer clothes, expensive vacations, the kind of lifestyle that announces itself before anyone ever sees a bank statement. And there's nothing inherently wrong with enjoying beautiful things. The problem comes when we confuse access with ownership, spending with stability, and appearance with financial strength. A person can earn a very high income and still be financially fragile. They may have the house, the car, the trips, and the impressive monthly revenue. But if that income stops for 90 days and the whole structure starts collapsing, that tells you something. A rich income can flow through your hands without becoming lasting wealth. And that is the distinction I want you to remember. Income flows through your hands. Wealth is what remains, grows, and creates choices. Wealth can look much quieter. It may look like cash reserves, low consumer debt, investments, property, ownership in a business, even insurance. Having a reasonable level of recurring expenses and enough margin that one expected bill does not turn into a full financial emergency. And sometimes wealth looks surprisingly ordinary because the person building it is not using every available hour to prove that they have money. Social media has made that distinction so hard to see. We're constantly shown the evidence of spending, but rarely the balance sheet behind it. A car can be financed, a house can be heavily leveraged, designer goods can be purchased on credit, a private jet can be rented for a photo shoot. Even the backdrop of success can be borrowed. The appearance of rich can be rented. Wealth has to be built and sustained. And of course, a person can have both rich and wealth, right? They can be both. And this is not about pretending that everyone with visible success is actually secretly broke. That's not the message here. The point is that one does not automatically create the other. High income gives you an opportunity to build wealth, but it does not guarantee that you actually will. So what does building wealth actually require? For most people, it begins with creating space between what comes in and what goes out. You need to know what you earn, what you spend, what you own, and what obligations are quietly consuming your future income before you even receive it. When you begin building reserves, you reduce expensive debt. You become more intentional about recurring expenses. You acquire assets when you're able. You protect what you build through the appropriate insurance, legal, and tax planning structures and contracts. Then eventually, estate planning comes into play. None of that is particularly glamorous when you think about it, but neither is financial chaos. And this is where I think we need to have a more honest conversation about the moral language people sometimes attach to money. Many of us have heard some version of the phrase, money is the root of all evil. But the biblical warning is about the love of money, about what money becomes in a person's heart, what it controls, and what they're willing to sacrifice for it. There's also a difference between possessing resources and being possessed by the pursuit of them. Poverty is not proof of purity, and wealth is not proof of wickedness. And a bank balance is not a character reference. Money can be acquired dishonestly or honestly. It can be hoarded or shared. It can be used to exploit people, or it can create stability, opportunity, generosity, and freedom from certain kinds of dependence. So the better questions are not simply, do you have money or do you want more? The better questions are, how are you acquiring it? What are you sacrificing for it? What does it control in your life? What are you doing with it? And have you decided what enough actually means? Because without a definition, even wealth can become another form of scarcity. You always need one more property, one more zero, one more level of proof. But intentional wealth is different. It gives you good choices, the ability to leave a bad situation, the ability to survive a disruption, the ability to help someone without endangering yourself, and the ability to rest without every hour needing to produce income. So maybe the goal really isn't simply to look rich, but the goal is to build a financial life that is stable enough, protected enough, and well managed enough that you have more room to choose how you actually live. And if you work for yourself, one of the first things is to simply get a clear view of the practical size of your business. And I have a tool that can help you with that. The Soft Life Budget and Admin Planner was created for self-employed creators, freelancers, and small business owners who want one calm place to track things like income, expenses, mileage, passwords, goals, notes, and core business information without everything feeling scattered. You'll find the Soft Light Budget and Admin Planner along with the relevant episode links and resources in the description box. So here's the question I'll leave you with today. Are you spending your energy trying to look financially successful, or are you quietly building the kind of financial strength that creates real choices? Those are not always the same pursuit, and knowing the difference may change what you do with the next dollar that comes into your hands. If this episode gave you something to think about, like the video and leave a comment and tell me what wealth means to you beyond simply having more money. And then subscribe to The Intentional Operator for more conversations about building your work, your systems, and your life with greater intention.